Hi there, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Before I start here with your new moon reading, I want to say thank you so very much for all of your comments, all of your love, and all of your light. It's beyond touching. I wake up oftentimes with tears, so thank you so much for it all. So, this new moon is significant, right? Um, in and of itself, the new moon represents a time for deep, deep introspection, right? Um, Entering that space of absolute stillness and honesty with ourselves, right? With our soul self. It's that reflective space, right? It's almost like this, and I have this vision whenever I think about the period of the new moon and what it means. It's kind of like walking through a dimly lit cave, right? And there's just a faint glow of light that enters it, right? And there's water, right, sitting about at the floor of this cave. And it's night, so you know that you must enter the cave for shelter. Right? Naturally, by way of the cycle of the day and the night, you must enter this more reclusive space. So you step into this cave, right? And yes, right, it's interesting because it's a space that houses us, right? That provides a sense of shelter in a way, right? But also one that is dark, that is compelling, that is provocative, right? That is maybe not easy to step into. And so it's this dichotomy that is so powerful during this time, right? Of entering that space in the back of our minds, in our subconscious, in our psyche, really, right? Of this cave, so to speak. And so when you enter this dark space, right? You look down beneath you and you see water, right? You see water, not clearly though, not clearly. You only see it by way of the faint glimmer of light that shines through the dwelling. And so you kneel down, and the only thing you see, right, in that moment and in that space is the reflection, right, of yourself, but in such a way that is almost like shadowed, right? Your shadow self. And so it's in this space and in this time that we are beckoned, right? Even drawn to, as difficult as it may be, to that space of honesty, of stillness, of reflection. So I wanted to open it with that. That was rather channeled. It just flowed to me, but it feels so real to what this period of time really is conducive for. Right? So the new moon, having understood that sort of perception of it, is a beautiful time to release, right? To sift through the energetic archives of our being, right? the energy that either we hold on to or that holds us in some shape or form by way of the past in some way, right? Or even the present, or even the future, right? Whatever fear we hold, whatever apprehension we have along our journey in time and space, which of course is an illusion, right? So it's about sifting through, right? Digging really deep, digging really deep. It's a very Plutonic energy, very Plutonic energy, very true, right? It's yes, entering the shadow space, but to obliterate it, but to confound it, right? Like the Tower card, right? In tandem with the Death card, right? The new moon is a time for removing any hindrances, any blockages that may stand in our path to ascension, to reaching our absolute potential, our highest light and vibration, which we all have, right? Just waiting to shine. So, it's not an easy time, right? Not in the least bit. It can be difficult coming to terms, right, with what we've experienced and the shifting of perception in such a way that allows us to view what we've experienced in a way that is removed, detached, right, from our soul journey. Viewing it as a human experience not meant to hinder us or our growth, but to propel us forward, right? To show us where our difficulties lie, in whatever realm of life, right? Where our weaknesses are, so that we can become aware of them, right? It's really a gift. It's such a gift when we shift our perception, right? Of what we encounter, who we encounter, right? What they illuminate for us within ourselves. So that really is the new moon space, right, that we enter around this time. Introspection, release, but simultaneously, right, as sort of you release what does not serve you, right, and you recognize, right, it's like taking a flashlight into the deepest part of your psyche, and putting a name, almost putting a face to the name, right, of what energetic blockages may subsist, right, even subconsciously, that we don't realize on, let's say, a daily, very conscious level, right, basis even. So absolutely take this time to, on the one hand, right, take that flashlight out, enter the cave, right? Face the water and your reflection. What do you see, right? What do you see? What is holding you back in any way? Come to terms with that. Accept it. Make peace with it and release it. If you feel and you find that it does not align with the other side to this new moon period, which is the alignment, right, with what we do want to plant the seed towards as manifestation for this next cycle. So, and it's kind of like this. It's kind of like a detox, right? And I love, life is full of patterns, right? And it's just a matter of seeing it in this way, of seeing where the synchronicities lie, even within the law of nature itself. So it's kind of like this, right? When you detoxify your body, right, and you go through a physical detox, let's say, right, you You want to reestablish the flora in your gut, right? Your microbiome. Well, what do you have to do? You have to clear out the bad bacteria, and you have to supplement with the good bacteria. It's not enough, right, to just kill off what does not help our body thrive and nourish. You have to simultaneously, right, supplement with what does. So it's a matter of releasing what does not align with us spiritually and otherwise, and even physically. The new moon is a beautiful time to engage in any kind of detox of any sort, right? The moon's energies are very conducive towards that. But always, right? This is not to substitute medical advice, right? Professional medical advice. So do consult your physician. Okay, I'm obligated to say that, right? But nonetheless, it's a beautiful time, right? The moon's energies are very, very conducive for release. Okay, absolutely, of many kinds. So releasing what does not serve us, and simultaneously allowing to enter in and replace it within our psyche, right, are the seeds of our intentions, are the seeds of what we want to see come to life, right? Come to life. So it's the de-weeding of our garden, so to speak, that very sacred space, making it one that is ultimately fertile, right? Fertile for the planting of our soul truth and our soul dreams and our soul aspirations as time moves forward. So I hope this new moon period is a time of self-empowerment, of truth for you all in some shape or form. I absolutely believe it will be. I know it is absolutely for myself. So thank you so much for tuning into this segment here, and I'm going to proceed with your readings. We'll start with Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. I hope the 26th of February finds you well, although you guys are all kind of viewing from different parts of the world, right? So if it's not quite the 26th, wow. Capricorn's like, I'm ready to get down to business, right? Ready to get down to business. That's very much the archetype of Capricorn nonetheless. So let's do it. Two Pentacles cards, very much down to business, very much regarding business, very much regarding I'm feeling your image, your approach, your perception of how you see yourself within your business, right? Your career, your finances, whatever it is that you contribute towards, on a routinely on a long-term basis that you feel will provide you with long-term stability and growth. Okay, so I'm feeling it's about really looking very clearly at that, right? Looking very clearly at that. I feel the stillness and the quietness of space, right, with this contemplation for you. But really, entering that space of viewing ourselves within sort of this, this is what I'm getting, Capricorn. It's very interesting because Capricorn is an earth sign. Capricorn is known for their relentless, right, commitment and dedication to what they feel responsible for, and their dreams and their hopes, what they want to succeed, right? Insistent, relentless work to achieve. So career, naturally, for Capricorn is very, it's a prominent part of their psyche, right? And even how they view themselves, right? Even how they view themselves or how they even um, attain a sense of stability and comfort, right, is very much in feeling that they are contributing to something long term, scalable, right? Something reliable and dependable, right? And so it's almost this like outward persona, right? It's about creating something, contributing to something that is outside of ourselves in a way, right? That's like the earth element. It's physical, it's tangible. And so it's this externalization, right, of our energy, the output of our energy, and what comes from that, right? The fruit that we reap from that, from those efforts and that energy that we place into whatever it is that we do. So I'm imagining, Capricorn, a sort of it's like I feel like this is okay. It's like this. It's like this. If you think about a candle, right? A candle, like a pillar of a candle. It's like inside, right? The very center is a flame, is a wick, right? That burns hot. And around this candle, this flame rather, is wax, right? Is beeswax. It's almost like an encasing of some sort. But the flame and the beeswax, as deeply melded as they are still separate, right? Distinctly separate, right? But the flame needs the beeswax to do its almost the flame. This is what I'm feeling. It sees itself, right, and its purpose in some way in relation to the beeswax that encases it, if this makes sense. And so I'm getting this image for you guys strongly, Capricorn, of seeing yourself, right, as sort of this burning flame, right? I am the wick. I am the wick. I am right, generating heat. I'm contributing my efforts towards something in my life relentlessly, right? And I am creating, right? But I am surrounded. And how am I viewing myself, right? As the wick, as the flame. Am I viewing myself as what I produce? Is it about my image, right, from afar? As the candle, right? Or is my flame sort of being am I not able to fully express my truth because of, right, what I've accumulated? And I'm feeling this in a very channeled way, Capricorn. Okay, so I'm hoping that it's reaching you in the same way here. It's almost like I feel like a buffer around you, and I feel like you have perhaps taken on a role or a self-perception of some sort, right? Of seeing yourself within your environment, within your society, within your career, whatever it is that you contribute to, again, right? On a long-term basis. And I feel that you're entering that space of honesty. It's almost like, it's like this, Capricorn, it's like this. It's like a performer, right? Who puts on a show, a magnificent show, is on stage, right? Just performing their heart out, right? But I have this image, right, of a performer who feels perhaps that they're wearing a heavy costume of some sort, and yes, they're performing. Yes, right. They know that what they're doing, they're skilled at. They're good at. Right. People. I'm feeling like a big crowd. Right. Like really, it's like very much. The vision is so strong, Capricorn. It's the words that the moon is in Pisces, so it's an ethereal sort of energy that I'm attempting to translate into human verbiage, but I see you as almost like this icon, right? Who, however it may be in your environment, where you're very well respected, right? You're very well respected. You're on stage in a way, right? You're putting on this act, right? And you're like, yes, in a way, I'm fulfilled, right? I feel that people appreciate me in some capacity or another, right? I feel, in a way, like the pinnacle, right? The star of the show in some aspect or another, or I feel comfortable with what I'm doing. But it's like I feel like it's like that performer, that artist, that musician, whoever it may be, that has in a way been doing what he's doing or she's doing or they're doing for so long that it's become somewhat monotonous, routine, untrue to them in some way. Right? It's almost like performing for the sake of, right? Because I am, right? My name is Justin Bieber, right? It's like it there's a lack of spontaneity in a way, right? It's like I need to do my shows. I need to perform. I need to do my songs, the songs that I've been singing over and over and over for so long. I'm getting this really strong feeling of that for you, of feeling that you've been, right, in a place where, yeah, you were stable in some way. Yeah, you receive sort of the accolades of your craft, but you're like not feeling it anymore. You're not feeling it anymore, and you want to take down this. You want to take down the act. That's what I'm hearing. You want to take down the act. It's not fulfilling or fruitful for you any longer, Capricorn. Right? This is like when we enter the cave, right? This is how we feel. The performer who then steps off stage after putting on this wild show, right? Steps off, into the backstage and is like, guys, I just need to, like, right? There's a feeling of unfulfillment that I'm feeling. There's a feeling of unfulfillment, and there's a sense of becoming very real and very honest with that space within yourself during this time. Okay, if that made sense, Capricorn. But I'm feeling that absolutely for several of you. All right. And the way that these cards flew out was very curious. Right, the Father of Pentacles showed up kind of horizontally, exactly, whereas this was actually it popped out upside down and was more sort of off in the corner in the pinnacle of the reading. So, and the Father of Pentacles is like sideways, right, like sleeping, looking over at this Five of Pentacles. It's almost like this. Like if you look at these two cards together and their interaction, it's sort of ironic, right? The Father of Pentacles is generally very sort of bold, right? If you look at this card, he's standing upright. It speaks to a character, right? The energy of one who is sort of like the retiree, right? Has put in all of their hard work and efforts for a long period of time, right? To reach the point at which they felt that they've achieved, right, a certain level of success. right? And they're now looking off at what they've reaped, right? At the harvest from a more externalized perspective, right? They're not like in the field getting their hands dirty, so to speak. Right? So, but usually it's a very prideful sort of energy as well. But when it's horizontal, it's kind of like weird, right? Because the Father of Pentacles is like not really in his element. He's like sleeping, right? And his antlers are pointing off at the Five of Pentacles, which is like, this is like the performer who puts on the show, goes backstage, and needs that quiet time away from everyone because they are they can't fake a smile. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Okay, that's kind of what I'm feeling, and it's that space of honesty yet again that I feel for you, Capricorn. Nonetheless, antlers pointing off at the Five of Pentacles, again suggesting a lack of fulfillment in a deep way, right? In a deep way, as the flame, as the wick, right? What fuels your fire? What ignites you, right? And so do you feel as if your fire, your flame, your wick has gone out? I think that's kind of what I'm trying to get at here with that. I want to pull a few more cards for you, Capricorn, all right? And I will say this, for a number of you, this could be a lethargy, working too hard, right? Too long without a sufficient downtime, right? Take the breaks you need. This wants to come out. Okay. Yes. Capricorn. Okay, speaking of the flame, this is a very, very important concept here, and I'm feeling it even stronger now that we pulled these two cards, right? It's making much more sense to me now here. The Daughter of Wands in reverse. The Eight of Swords in reverse. So, right? Look at this. This is very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting, Capricorn. Why? Because the way that this spread is even popping out, you have material earth energy, right? Strong material earth energy. Very strong commitment, adherence to that facet of life and our obligations, our responsibilities. But the very deep sort of lack of satisfaction with this. This is like the encasing of the reading, the energy that encases, right, the nucleus of it, which is fire, which is the wick, which is the flame. That's I feel like your inner flame is out and you feel like you are just wearing this costume. That's what I feel. And you're like, I need to take this off. I need to take this off, right? I need to put an end maybe or a rest to this, okay? And I need to nurture, right? I need to really think about what is going to ignite my flame. Daughter of Wands in reverse. You want to step more into your fire element, creative energy, right? A creative pursuit. Absolutely, perhaps one that is excuse me, one that is it's getting chilly, one that is see, and I'm also getting this feeling for you, even physically, right? It's like a feeling of, it's almost like, it's a gloomy day. It's a gloomy day, Capricorn. It's like overcast. That's what I'm feeling for you. You feel overcast, and you feel that the sun, right? It's there. The sun doesn't disappear just because the clouds are there, right? The sun is there, but it's not able to shine through. And so this time is a matter for you of delving deep, right? Pulling the clouds away and saying, what is all of this white noise, right? What is all of this material sort of existence, right, around me and associated with me that does not fulfill me, right? That holds me back. That clouds, right, my light. And it's about really understanding, right? Where is my sun? Where is my fire? Where is my passion, right? And how do I express that? Right? How do I express that? And it's crystallizing even. Whatever it is that you do want to pursue as a new creative venture, I'm feeling absolutely, right? Absolutely something entrepreneurial, Capricorn. But one that instills greater creativity, okay? And allows you to use that side of yourself, much more so. Light that flame. But it's paired with the Eight of Swords in reverse. So this speaks to, when it's upright, take a look at this card. When it's upright, it speaks to the engagement, right? A feeling of feeling trapped. Not literally. The swords aren't actually what is holding this butterfly or to-be butterfly back from spreading its wings and stepping into its soul truth, right? As a butterfly. The butterfly is subject to its own sort of natural process, right, of transformation. It must remain in the cocoon, right? So in a way, it's like self-imposed perhaps, but also you may have felt at the mercy of the natural cycle. You felt like, yes, I want to break free. I do. I want to transform. I want to transform into in such a way that allows greater freedom, right, from all this heavy earth energy that I feel bound to, restricted by. I want to transform. But I feel like I can't, perhaps, for a few reasons, and this could be different for different people. Thoughts, right? Thoughts are what the swords oftentimes represent. Thought patterns, right? Communication with ourselves or even with others. So written word, spoken word, or again, thoughts. So this butterfly, right, is somewhat entrapped by I'm compelled to say almost like a figment of their imagination, right, of a hindrance or a blockage, right? So it's like self-imposed limitations or beliefs, right? Thought patterns that keep us at bay from pursuing what our soul, our heart desires, right? Our flame, lighting the flame. And I feel that you're coming to the point where you're realizing that, and you're realizing that the candle cannot be a candle, right, without the flame. You're like, I cannot go any longer without igniting my flame again, right? I can't just. It's stagnant if it's just the beeswax, right? If it's just the shell of our existence, right? It's about igniting the soul and living through that power of creation, right? Allowing your light to shine through, Capricorn. And you want, like I said, right? I will repeat it here. I'm compelled to. You want to transform. And you may have felt, again, that either it's not the right time, it hasn't been the right time, you've been waiting for something. It could be literal, it could be you've been contractually bound to the situation. So you've been waiting, or you've been subject to sort of the self-limiting beliefs and thought patterns, right? That kept you and your fire, so to speak, at bay and unable to express itself, right? This could also be a feeling of Okay, it's like not taking the stand because we fear the confrontation of some sort that we will experience if we are to rise, right, and transform within the situation. But the butterfly does not belong, right, amongst these swords. The butterfly is free. The butterfly is its destiny, so to speak. Destiny is to be free flowing, right? Of course, depending on what belief system you subscribe to, but it's the butterfly knows, right, that sooner or later, it's going to transform. It's going to have to transform, right? You can't stop the birth of the butterfly, right? It's going to happen. And so I feel like you felt like that it's going to happen, that something is going to happen, all right? And it's going to allow you to step into a very creative space, a very true, real space that speaks to your soul, Capricorn. Your soul. And okay. Wow. In your theme. Okay. Wow, Capricorn. Okay. This is something that you have been wanting to do. You have been wanting to make this change. This has been simmering, boiling beneath the surface for so long. And even when we look at this card, in and of itself, right, it reminds us of the natural processes, right, of life. And how sometimes we are at the mercy of them, in a way, right? It's sort of like the Wheel of Fortune, right? Yet again, believing on which belief system you subscribe to. But it's kind of like even if we want to make a certain change, we may feel, you know what, I feel in my gut, it's just not the right time. Or you feel that whatever energy you're putting towards it is not flowing in your favor, or what you feel is your favor at that time, right? What you expect. So I'm sensing that there has been a need, perhaps, to experience remaining within the confines of this situation so that you could either surmount the strength, like boiling point, to which you entered this absolute place of honesty with yourself. Right? Absolute honesty. But this transformation needs to happen in order for this Daughter of Wands to turn upright. The wand on the Daughter of Wands card is pointing straight over at the Eight of Swords. But you know what? Hey, you have the Ace of Swords as well in your theme. So it's a theme. The swords, the clarification of our even perception of ourselves in our environment, and the need to change within it and from it even, right? There's very much a feeling of me versus my environment, right? Me versus my environment. The flame versus its beeswax encasing, right? What it puts in and what it receives, what it takes back, right? From what it's contributing towards. So I'm sensing that there's a reconfiguration of how you view yourself and your environment, and it's coming to a place of absolute honesty. You've known for quite some time that that's something that you need to change, and that is not allowing for your ultimate soul truth to shine through. Okay? And alas, Ace of Swords, I'm sensing that you're going to take a stand with this in a very courageous way. Okay, it's like almost like I need to admit it. That's what I'm feeling. I need to admit it, right? To myself or to others or to someone else. There's absolute clarity with this. You're like, I cannot fake my happiness in this sort of situation any longer, right? Father Pentacles is like lying down. I can't even take it anymore. I'm done. This is the truth, right? This is what's sort of rising. This is the rising energy. And Father Pentacles looking over at it. You're getting super clear with that. And this could be a position you've held for quite some time, right? That you've maybe even relied on in some ways, right? Or you've grown close to I'm also feeling that, all right? So courageousness, absolute courageousness to redefine, right, how we either view ourselves within our environment or the decision that's taken to transform from it. Ah, beautiful. Beneath the Ace of Swords is the Daughter of Cups. Speaking to, right? The decision to finally embark on a path that speaks to us in a very deeply emotional way, right? In a very personal way. There's an energy here of also, yes, creativity, but also going at it alone, right? And you have two daughters, too. This is a very sort of new, enterprising, refreshing sort of path, right? That you feel guided towards, but that requires you, right, to speak this truth within yourself and with others, perhaps. You've been awaiting transformation from a situation that does not serve you, that does not speak to your soul. You have two butterflies here, two, both speaking to transformation, right? This is the Six of Wands, right? And again, all of this energy, these two of these cards and this card, are in reverse, right? It's like energy that's awaiting, that will come by way of this. This is like this is the very first theme card, right? It's like the face of it. That's what needs to be done in order to move away from the stack, so to speak, so this energy can rise and turn upright, right? So if you need to say something, say it. Always use your personal intuition, Capricorn. But if you need to say something, and you need to take the stand with it, again, internally or externally, with yourself or with others, do it. That will liberate. This energy. This very free-flowing energy. One that speaks to your soul and emotionally nourishes you and satisfies you, right? This is very dry energy that we're finding on the outskirt of this reading, okay? But inside, right? So much passion, fire, the flame, emotions, sentimentality, right? Also fire, wanting to reignite the fire, redefine our path and our place within our environment. You want to rise above an environment that does not suit you anymore, Capricorn. Two cards speaking to that, right? And it could even be the thing where you're like waking up to the realization that this environment does not suit me. This doesn't promote my best self. And it can even be somewhat of an intoxicating sort of environment, right? One where we feel stifled, right, to even express our truth, right? Where we feel like if we're different from those in our environment, whatever environment you're in that you feel is not connecting with you on a deep soul level, you may feel that you'll be sort of like the black sheep, right? The lone wolf, I'm feeling you versus your environment, and these could be people. It could be an environment where many people are involved, but they all kind of are similar. Like they all hold a certain view, and you feel like in your soul, I don't hold that view. I'm different, right? I need to be honest with that. So that's what I'm feeling, Capricorn, right? Until these two energies, right, turn right side up, it's like this is the energy. that remains. It's the stagnancy of emotions, right? The holding in, the stowing away of how we truly feel, right? Remaining within the situation that we know doesn't really serve us, and thereby holding in our truth. But the Daughter of Cups is waiting to replace that, once you step into this absolute clarity. Temperance in reverse, overlaying the Mother of Wands in reverse. You want, Capricorn, you want to manifest, right? You want to manifest, but not in the way that the Father of Pentacles manifests or has manifested. You want to manifest in a very dynamic way, right? In a way where it's like you want the Father of Pentacles almost to sort of replace, the Mother of Wands to replace the Father of Pentacles. So it's stepping even more into a more nurturing space. Absolutely, you have cups coming out. But one that is creative, very creative, and you cannot wait to step into this. You like your soul is yearning for it. Your soul is yearning for it, and I feel it with this Daughter of Wands at the very center as well. Okay? And I will say this as well. This could be a person that you, in some shape or form, want to team up with in regards to whatever this new beginning is that speaks to you more emotionally, right? Or it could just be you tapping into your more sensitive side, right? Your more creative, dynamic side, your more mothering, your nurturing side, even, right? And I'm sensing that this new beginning is very creatively fertile, very creatively abundant, right? These eggs are just waiting to hatch. But you need to ignite the Daughter of Wands, right? You need to take and wield this sword of clarity, the Ace of Swords. You need to open yourself to a more emotional space, right? Leave behind what does not serve you. Leave behind what does not serve you, Capricorn. The Daughter of Wands is overlaying the Two of Cups in reverse. So, absolutely, this could be a partnership. This can even be in regards to a love situation. I'm feeling that for a few of you here as well, all right? So this could be a person, right, with whom you want to create. And you feel that once you enter this space with them, or with yourself, right, you will enter greater emotional fulfillment, satisfaction, and stability, right? So even redefining what makes us feel stable emotionally. Because this card kind of reminds us of the water element in some ways too, right? There's an emotionalism to that card. And beneath the Two of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands. Two aces. Okay, so you're eager. But in order to get to this energy, right, to wield that wand and to step forward, it's all that energy is residing, right, on this Ace of Swords. That first in your mind, right, the shift in perception, the intellectual perception, and even the way we communicate, right, the communication of it, right, is very important to actualize this transformation, to get it truly in motion, right, so that all this other energy can cascade, sort of like a domino effect. That's what I'm feeling for you, okay? Thank you so much, Capricorn. And actually, okay, I will say this. Whatever this new beginning is, that you feel drawn towards, even intuitively, right? You feel, right? It will eventually lead you to a place that speaks to your soul, but that is inherently mysterious, right? It's like you're compelled to move down it. You're compelled to set all of these wands in order along this staircase. Leading to where, right? Leading to where? A place that we feel will bring us greater light, will bring us illumination of some sort, but one that speaks to us on a deeper level than simply material manifestation and abundance, right? The moon speaks to emotions, speaks to intuition, speaks to mystery, speaks to not having the answers, but having the answer, right, in a way, of intuitively how we feel we should move forward. And what is right for us, and what is right for us. And with the Four of Cups, there's also a moon, but it's not emphasized, right? It's shadowed, it's overshadowed. So there's a contrast between, if you take a look at these two cards, and this is the Nine of Wands, which is beneath the Ace of Wands. There's a contrast. Stagnancy, right? Not regarding our intuition, right? Remaining in a situation that holds us back from expressing ourselves even, right? Expressing our truth. Two, once we take that first stand towards burning up, right? Burning up. I'm feeling a burning up of stored, stagnant, stale water. And we begin down this journey, down this path. We're contributing towards it in a way that is now guided very much by our intuition. The moon is highlighted here, right? So with greater expression, self-expression, expression of emotions, honesty with ourselves, we make movement. When we express, fire, right? And we are driven. We reach, right, a place that brings greater harmony, internal harmony, soul harmony, the harmony of our soul self and our human self, right, together as one. Because you feel that you are making movement and you're acting towards something that speaks to you on a very deep level, Capricorn, very deep level. So this sort of manifestation is different than this sort of manifestation that we see, right? This one being much more intuitively in touch, much more in regarding our emotional satisfaction and stability. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Capricorn. I hope that this reading was helpful for you guys. I will be back with your literally the moon. The moon is flying through the month. I feel like the time is flying, right? And the month is almost at an end. So I'll be back really soon, actually, with your mid-March reading. So stay tuned for that. I have the general beginning of March reading already done for you guys, so you can feel free to check that one out. Nonetheless, you'll hear from me in a few days with that mid-March reading. Okay, it should be really, really, really exciting, guys, right? Now, I am also, let's see, some announcements. Yes, definitely check out your ascendant, rising, or moon sign, as oftentimes those can provide you with further insights into your situation. I know that I resonate a lot with my moon, so feel free to check that out. If you don't have your signs, if you don't know the signs for your planets or your points, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and you'll be able to compute your signs that way. All right. Let's see, any other announcements? I think that's it. Thank you so much, Capricorn. Enjoy the month, and I will see you guys very soon. All right? Enjoy this new moon period. It seems that you're going to be making serious, serious headway with great clarity. All right? Have a good one. Bye.